Having issues in care with my loved one that was not transparent and injuries suffered that were told to be unwitnessed, shouldn't the care sector be looking to gain far greater trust between families and management by looking at the benefits safety monitoring would bring to the care of elderly living with dementia?
That said, absolutely agree with it. I have a slight problem with in people's rooms unless families are absolutely on board as a whole. So we don't want one member of the family putting a camera in that the other people don't know about.
Yeah.
So I think there are some real things that we need to talk through.
Obviously it just backs up our ethos of being open, honest and transparent. It gives those without a voice.
All trust is already broken down if you have to put in a hidden camera. And for me, the camera is there for the carers as well, to highlight and protect the care staff. Obviously it's a family's right, and I hope you may or may not agree, but I would say if the family believes they've gone to management, the management have not addressed the issues, and the family are genuinely concerned about their vulnerable loved one.
Safety monitoring doesn't necessarily mean CCTV, it doesn't necessarily mean microphones in people's bedrooms. We have electronic monitoring systems which will detect when someone gets out of bed, when someone puts their feet on the floor. I mean, there's even fantastic systems out there now that detect the change of sounds in a room, so they can so they can change. They detect when someone's health is deteriorating. So I would be advocating for providers to be actually looking at using these safety monitoring tools as much as possible. I would suggest government should be looking at providing grants for people to be able to adopt these, because they are very expensive. When I was a provider, we used the funds we got from the government to do it. It allowed us to help cohort during COVID. So those things need to be looked into, but then that would also come under a training aspect of how to recognise falls, what to do with them, and then it would come down to falls plans and submitting safeguards. It all comes down to communication and just being open and honest.
I tend to think this is a no-brainer. But with the safeguards, and the safeguards are incredibly important, and if you make it mandatory, you can also make the safeguards mandatory. The danger at the moment, it seems to me, is you have a sort of unregulated system of cameras and so on, and that's not in anybody's interest.